the Barbie. I'm a dog, but I still wanna party. Pink felt like I'm ready to bend. I'm a 10, so I pull in a can. Like Gabby, Stacy, all of the Barbies is pretty. Damn, all of the Barbies is bad. It girls, and we can playing tag.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to episode 3, and this is your girl Heatherzzzworld with Heatherzzzworld podcast, and I have a guest today. Woo woo!
I'm Alexis.
Her name is Alexis, and this is one of my close best friends, and we're going to be talking about interesting topics today. Outgrowing friendships and also outgrowing relationships. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So first off, we want to give you a quick intro on us. Okay, so we met
been about 10 years.
About 10 years ago, and yeah, we just been locked in ever since.
We met 10 years ago at the park, and ever since then, it's just been...
We met 10 years at the park.
Yeah.
They introduced us together and stuff like that, and we've been linked in ever since. Our kids are the same age. Well, I have a 7-year... Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, soon to be 7, but I have a 8-year-old and a 6-year-old. She has a 6-year-old also, and them boys linked in like clockwork. So love that, but yeah, been just linked in ever since. So outgrowing relationships is sometimes you can't avoid it. Sometimes you get with somebody and they're a certain type of person, whenever you first get with them, and then eventually, years go by and then y'all outgrow each other, or you might grow with each other. But we're talking about actually outgrowing one another and knowing when it's appropriate to say, this is not working, and we going about our separate ways and stuff like that. And
it don't necessarily have to be a bad thing, because you can outgrow each other for the good.
Yeah, that's right.
I met a girl 2 years ago when I was working at my first nursing job, and we became tight. What they say, thick as thieves or whatever. Mm-hmm. We're really close now. I consider her one of my best friends, and I had to outgrew some of my real close friends that I've been knowing since high school.
Yeah. And vice versa, me too. Sometimes, really some of the people that I was actually, had in my wedding and stuff, I'm no longer, close to, unfortunately. But, this is just the way life works or whatever. But, I still wish them the best of luck. No ill will, no ill feelings and stuff like that. But, sometimes, when to have to let somebody go, let them elevate in their own way. And, you have to elevate in your own way too. So, yeah. Okay, so Alexis, tell us a little bit more about yourself. What you do for a living and stuff like that, and what's your hobbies, what you into?
Well, I'm born and raised Beaumont, Texas. BMT.
And PA. I did it wrong. PA.
Yeah. I'm 30 years young. I am a nurse, 3rd year going on my nursing career. I am trying to elevate myself going into my RN career, and that goes along with me outgrowing some people. Sometimes you got to leave motherfuckers behind because they still stuck in the past. And when you meet people that's more on your level, they kind of motivate you more to want to expand in your career or whatever it may be. Like I said, like she said earlier, I have a 6-year-old son. They're cousins. We're all cousins at this point. But yeah, that's just a little bit about me. Little background.
And she also introduced me to one of her friends that she met on her last job, Miss Tonya.
Shout out Tonya.
And I really, really love Tonya energy. Tonya, she don't know this or not, but she be motivating me. And we're not even in the same career field, okay? Tonya doing what? She about to go to school for her
doctorate.
For her doctorate.
In psychiatry.
She currently a nurse practitioner right now, and she going to school for her doctorate. So I'm yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So, yeah, you never know, who you might meet, along the way, might motivate you, that you never would have thought, you would have crossed paths with. So, I was happy to meet her. I'm glad you introduced us to each other.
Of course. And honestly, if I didn't meet you, I wouldn't be doing this. I'm just not open, I'm not very vocal. And, she's giving me a platform to be more vocal about a lot of topics, anything, situations. She's one of those types of friends I can come to, and I don't have to be shy about what I'm talking about, how I'm feeling. She's going to be right there.
Yeah. And we pretty much engage with each other on anything dealing relationship wise, friendship wise and all of that. So it's nothing that me and her ain't gonna talk about. Okay. So everything is on the table. So yeah. So okay, so what's your experience with outgrowing, some people that you was close friends with. Sometimes like you pretty much got to put somebody like in categories like, okay, that's my going out friends. Excuse me. That's my going out friends, or that's my, I could talk financial literacy about, with those type of friends, or I could travel with this group of friends and stuff like that. Like, it's just, I don't know, like as you get older and stuff, you realize like which you can how do you say it? Compartmentalize. Which friends go with in which sections or whatever, but yeah.
I really think I'm experiencing that now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to just put it out there. Like, I have friends that, just moved to Houston, and congratulate them. I love it for them, everything.
It's a big step.
It's a very big step. I'm very proud of her. Them, I should say. But I feel like I was kind of pushed to the side once they both moved to Houston. And so I became closer to Heather, but I mean, we've always been close, but I feel like now we're more intertwined with each other because
we do have kids the same age.
Yeah, and I feel like now they're more of my single friends, no kids, so they want to go out and be on the scene all the time, and I can't do that with a 6-year-old, and I have him a lot of the time.
Work-life balance.
So
yeah,
that's where, would you say compartmentalize? Those are my going out friends. This is her and Tanya, more like my, I hate to put it like this, more of my sophisticated friends that really like got their shit together, which they have their shit together too. But as far as like, really, I guess career wise, traveling.
Yeah.
Which I like to travel too. Don't get me wrong. But it's more like structure with us. And with them, it's more they have free reign to do kind of whatever they want to.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not a bad thing, though. It's not a bad thing. I know I can
and
go
it's like single life, single life, exploring the city and stuff like that, which we do. We do go and explore the city, but it's at a kind of limitation. You know what I'm saying? We got to get back into our kids, okay? But, yeah, it's a big difference.
But I love them to death, though. Like, I know if I can call them, hey, I need this, or can you help me with this, or can I, I'm coming out there. Oh, Lex, come on, we got you, and blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. I know it's going to always be that dynamic. So it ain't never, we just fell off. It's just, some parts we just got to outgrow each other.
Yeah. And same thing with my friends too. Like, it's some, one in particular, she lived all the way in Dallas. So, but I talk to her damn near every day. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, we talk about, me and her, we talk about all type of stuff, like, investing, financial literacy, all type of stuff, like, and she has her own personal, business that she's growing too, and we kind of, intertwine on that aspect. It's a lot of stuff we talk about with that I can't talk about with my other friends and stuff like that. But my other friends, they parents and figuring out the work life balance and stuff like that too. I think every woman can relate to that, like trying to figure out how to balance it all and still be active and available, for your kids, for your significant other, for your spouse, for your whoever, it's like, it's not a handbook to this, but it's like you're still trying to figure it out. We figure it out every day, even though sometimes we want to go out and do this and do that. It's like, sometimes, you got to take priority and, your kids got a soccer game or baseball game or whatever, football game, and you got to be there. So some things you can relate to your friends on, the ones that have kids, and some you can't because they just can't relate to it, until they experience that,
Okay, so what about male friends?
Male friends, my husband, but
okay, so let me ask you a question. Do you feel like you had to outgrow or kind of remove yourself from a friendship because of your husband?
Well, sometimes, I don't know, like, I think sometimes men get like this, I don't know, like vendetta in their head to where like they feel like you're single friends. You can't really hang out with them per se, like all the time, because they are single and they live in a single life. But my thing is like, even if they are single, it doesn't mean, what they got to do with me, Like nobody go peer pressure me into doing something that I don't want to do, and I'm saying, and vice versa. So my thing is like, I can have single friends and I can also have friends that are married and stuff like that. But I'm gonna keep it real. Majority of my friends is not married. You know what I'm saying? Like in the dating field, I heard is hard as hell out here. Okay, so
it's hard.
it's not taken away from the friendship that we have, even though we not, even though I'm married and, my friend just happen to not be married. Like, they don't have nothing to do with me. Like, this doesn't take away from my friendship whatsoever. So he have to, whoever you with, they would have to understand that just because your friend is single and she's going to be, like dating and stuff like that, that doesn't take away the dynamic of what we have in our relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In our marriage. And if it's a repeated coming up topic, then that's a different issue I need to discuss. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not, I wouldn't tell my husband not to hang out with his single friends, just because they single. I know they'll be pulling in girls and stuff like that, but I know my husband and I trust him enough to know, that he ain't gonna be doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, it just comes back down to like a trust factor and stuff like that. He needs to trust me and you need to be able to trust them. As far as like when they go out and about, hanging out with their friends and stuff like that. Now, how you feel about guys trips?
Guys trip.
Guys and girls trip.
Whole trips. Guys trips. I mean, I feel like
them passport bros.
Girl. I mean, I feel like a guy, just like women, we need our time, to ourselves with our friends. I feel like men, as long as we respect each other and know, like, hey, I'm not saying you got to call and check in every 5 minutes.
We gotta call and check in. Let me know you.
Let me know. Yeah, let me know what's going on. Like, if it's something different from what you told me, I expect for you to call me and be like, hey, or not even gotta call, but just some type of form of communication. Hey, we ain't doing this. It's gonna happen now. And this is something just to be respectful.
Yeah,
because I would do the same for you.
Yeah, that's true.
But no, yeah. Because I do the same if I'm out with my girls and stuff.
But I'm not telling you to, like, call me, like, every 30 minutes and stuff. Tell me what you're doing. Tell me what you're doing. Tell me what your friends doing, all of this stuff. I'm not going to do that. Because I ain't doing it. No, and I ain't going to do that. Whenever I fly somewhere with my friends, I'm not going to do that. But I'm definitely going to check in, make sure you know that I made it safe. And, at the end of the day, I tell you, what all we did and stuff like that. I'm definitely going to be respectful on that aspect of it. But, yeah, I think it's healthy for somebody to... I think it's healthy being a person that's in a relationship or not being a person that's in a relationship, just to take girls trips. I think that's some form of therapy. Yeah. It really is. I mean, that way you have to take a break from, I ain't gonna say take a break from your husband or boyfriend, but sometimes that is healthy because it'll rejuvenate you for whenever you come back. Like, oh, I'm excited to see you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so you feel the same way about, like, if your husband wants to go on a guy's trip with single men, will you still have that
I mean, well, some probably be in a relationship and some might be single, but I wouldn't. But like I said, like, I trust him enough to know that he ain't gonna go out there and do nothing stupid, so I don't have to fuck him up.
Ooh. I know that's right.
Yeah, I trust him enough to know that he would not do nothing stupid and stuff. So yeah, I would trust him, and I would want the same in regard. You know what I'm saying? The same regard.
Now back to this male. When I say this outgrowing male friendships. I'm not going to say I necessarily outgrew a male friendship, but I was close to a guy. Then when I got in a serious relationship with my ex, kind of had to, like, tune that out. But, we broke up. Me and my ex, we broke up a few times. And I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to hide it. Me and old dude, because we were good. We were best, like, good friends. Like, it wasn't nothing on anything sexual. I just know, like, if I can call him, hey, about advice, about anything, which I didn't want to just blast out what me and my dude had going on, but he was always listening ear. Mm-hmm. But I felt like with a male, it's kind of like some type of form of intimidation, especially if the nigga look good. A man is going to feel some type of way in regard to them talking to your woman. Yeah. It's just...
Because in the back of a man's mind, they're going to always think that this man, if he ever gets the opportunity to talk to you like that, he's going to take advantage of it. Like, if you give this man an inch, he go take take advantage of it. And in some aspects that's true, but see, I had like a really, really close guy friend before I met my husband. And it's like, we've been locked in since day one. Mm-hmm. But whenever I got married, it was a problem. So I had to stop all communication. I was like, well, what if y'all meet each other? You know what I'm saying? Because he got a whole woman and family. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't want to having it. He wasn't in it. So I had to cut that. And it's unfortunate, but I mean, for the sake of my marriage, I had to do it.
But it ain't taking advantage if you want it, though.
But you know what? a woman will only allow what she wants to allow. A man can't, unless he's trying to R-word her. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But nothing can happen unless a woman allows it to happen.
Exactly.
Period. I mean, a man can want something all day long, but it's up to the woman's discretion on if she want to play into that or not. And I know damn well I wasn't going to play into that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even nothing like that. So, I don't know. Like, it's just a way of, there's sometimes when in a relationship, you have to make some sacrifices to where, like, it's, I ain't gonna say like the betterment for the relationship, but in order to make your partner feel comfortable and erase any type of, doubt or whatever,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, just kill all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But back to the topic of, like, whenever you, like, outgrowing specific friendships and stuff, is like, sometimes, some people might not be able to, go along with you. You can still, I'm not saying, like, not hang out with them people and, like, still nourish the friendship that y'all have. You just know, like, what type of, where is it, what type of specific friend it is, and, vice versa, your other friends and stuff like that. But, sometimes people not understanding of that. And they're like, okay, well, you acting brand new, or you doing this and doing that. My thing is, like, elevate, get, what I'm saying? Like, never stop focusing on, like, your goals and stuff. Like, don't become stagnant on, like, what you have, like, going on in your life to where, like, okay, this is enough. No, it's never enough. Always be elevating, always be trying to grow in your life and stuff like that. And become the person that you ultimately want to be for yourself, for your kids, for your spouse, for whoever, but ultimately for yourself, because that's what it all boils down to. If you happy in the position that you in, world is your oyster. You could do whatever you know what I'm saying, you set your mind to. I'm like, never in a million years I thought that I would be, working at a refinery and, like, doing this, doing a podcast or doing, creating my brand and, trying to promote it as much as I am and stuff like that. Like, it's just like, that's important to me, and it's important for my kids to see that too. Like, anything is possible and stuff. Like, mommy did this and this and this, but she also did this and this and this. Like, she wasn't just one, how you say it? Characterization? One category in my life. Like, I'm all over the place, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's only the beginning for me. I really see myself, doing more than what I'm doing now. But it's just being your own self-motivation and stuff. But sometimes, you're going to outgrow people. They're not going to be understanding of, or probably not even be able to relate to what you're trying to portray. But, just got to stay at the course and stuff like that.
Okay, so let me circle back around. So if you had a friend that had a problem that you outgrew, and they had a problem with your new friend, how would you handle that situation?
I would just have to separate it in different, like, certain things I would do with my other friends, and certain things I would do with, my newer friend or new group of friends and stuff like that. I would just have to keep it separate, because I don't want, like, no confrontation or anything like that, that'll probably come forth. Like, it's just, it'll be, like, too messy. So I would rather, you still have to, nurture both of your friend groups, not just neglect one and then just be all about the other. Like, that's how people feel like, damn, like, you changed up on me, like, you don't even care about our friendship or nothing like that. It ain't about I don't care about the friendship. It's just, different dynamics of people bring about different energy in me, what I'm saying? And sometimes, it's just how the ball rolls.
Yeah, because I feel like with my friend group, I know I can bring all of y'all together, and it's going to always be a good time. You would never know that this person has a problem with this person. You just can't tell that. But that's just, with women, it can either be messy or it can be cordial. I guess it's just how you, intertwine them all.
And they bring about a different topic on, like, being proudful of, what, like, just us being Black women, like, just being happy for one another, like, acknowledging each other, accomplishments and stuff like that, like, not being negative and stuff like that, but just, giving each other they accolades, they props and stuff, because it's hard for us too, just like it's hard for men out there. It's hard for Black women too to be successful and stuff, and, like, a lot of Black women are, 6-figure earners and stuff like that, like, that couple of years ago that was unheard of, like, we have a lot to be proud for and stuff like that, but I would never down another woman You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel excitement every time I see somebody, like, living out their dream, living out their passion, making money from their passion and stuff like that. Like they say, if you're making money from your passion, you don't even feel like you're working because you're so happy, in what you're doing. So, yeah, I just wish I could see more women being happy for each other instead of tearing each other down. Because what we gonna get from that? How we gonna grow from that? We're not gonna grow. We're gonna stay stagnant in the same position that we in. No, I don't like that. Just like Tonya going for her doctorate, I love that. I love seeing that. You going for your RN, I love seeing it. Like me, broadcasting my business and stuff.
Brandon.
Yeah,
everything.
It's important, like, and like your friend group is like your closest. I mean, besides like whoever you with or whatever like that. But even if you're single, like your friend group is your family. Like it's an extension of your family. Like if one of your friends, friendships like don't work out and stuff, it's like a major breakup. That's like a relationship.
It's like you're grieving a loss.
Yeah, it is. It really is. Especially like your day ones and stuff that you grew up with, but. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you cross paths with somebody later on in life and y'all like this. It's like, it's just as devastating, if something happens and stuff. So, I don't know. Like, I just hope, anybody came across that, like, not having, like, the support that you want to. Like, and that's another topic that I want to talk about. Like, people that's not supportive of your brand. Like, sharing your posts, engaging, and, it don't cost no money, okay? I don't even care if you don't even buy a single thing, but if you liking my posts, sharing my videos that I'm posting like that means a lot to me, But how would you feel like if you started a brand and like, people didn't really, buy anything from you and stuff like that? Like, would you feel some type of way?
I would. Because I feel like, I would, but then like, it's just in the Black community, people support who they want to support. Too, and especially out here, if you don't have a big name or they don't know you by word of mouth, you're not gonna popular. You're not gonna get supported. It is what it is. So it's like you have to know people, or your name have to already be out there for people to just support you, which is a shame. It's sad, but it is. I mean, that is what it is.
Yeah, that's why I was on my heels to like getting a website built, because I could reach like the masses. Like I could post on my social media and anybody, that come across it, they can, view my site and buy it. But you're not gonna, it's messed up, but you can't expect people that's local to support you. If they do, that's great. That's awesome. But in the grand scheme of things, most likely they not. And you gotta just accept it. But yeah, it's sad.
People that have their names out there, they don't like expand, or they don't broadcast stuff that they're doing, because girls that I know braid hair or do sew-ins or just anything, and they're not out there. They don't have a website or anything. It's not that they don't have it to do, but it's just they prefer not to. Yeah, they just don't.
Yeah. And they would really elevate their business to the next level if they did,
And they already, a big name out here. It's just getting it to the next level, like, because they have the audience, they have the clientele. It's just putting their name out there even more than what it already is.
Yeah. And once you realize that you can't do everything by yourself, like you start outsourcing and hiring different people, like to, get your name further out there and stuff like that. Like me as a working mom, I work 12-hour shifts. I'd be dog ass tired by the time I get off. Okay. So I had to like outsource and like help people with like marketing and like with videography and stuff like that, because I literally just don't have the time or the energy to do it. Balancing, being a wife, being a mom, out after school activities and stuff like that. Like that takes a toll on me. So if I could afford to get somebody to help me, I am. And that's how people elevate and take their business to the next level, because they once you realize you can't do it all by yourself, that's when your brain start turning like,
you need an assistant, honey.
I need assistance. Yes. So yeah, I'm very, very happy that I did that, because ain't no way baby to do it all by myself.
No, but all in all, I feel like outgrowing people, it's not just a bad thing necessarily. It could be a good thing, because I fell in the arms of this one. But no, it's it's like I said, it's not always a bad thing. It's a good thing. I still love my other friend group. I don't even want to say other friend group, but I still love all my friends equally.
Me too.
It's just different things that I can do with different people. Different energies bring out different people bring out different energies.
That's right.
So,
and it's like I love like being around people like that challenge me and stuff like that. Like a lot of stuff, you know, even people at my job, girl, like these men know a lot of stuff that I didn't even know, even about like investing and stuff like that. Like I'm really into. Ask me how many times I check my my stocks and stuff every day, bitch. Every day I'm pulling up fidelity.com and checking my stocks and seeing how they growing and stuff. But I would have never known that if, you know, I would have never got exposed to that. So different people bring about different energy, different information and stuff like that I would never got exposed to. And you can ask any one of my friends. Every time I'm learning something, I'm sharing it with their ass, okay? Like, hey, you need to get a high yield savings account. Hey, you need to get, you know, you need to invest in some stocks. Hey, this, and this stock, you know, will earn blah, 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 dividends. Like, yeah, I'm into that. Like, but a lot of my friends, I have to understand that they're not going to be on the same page as me. You can you can expose them to different information. It's up to them whether or not they take it or not. But, you know, I'm still going to be sharing. I don't give a fuck if they listen to me or not. I'm gonna still share, you know, what I'm learning.
They grasp it.
Yeah, I'm still gonna share what I'm learning and stuff because I want, at the end of the day, I want everybody to win. Everybody that I'm close to, connected to, my family, friends, everybody. I want everybody to win. And there's a lot of information that we haven't got exposed to that I'm like finally getting exposed to that I want my friends and my family to know about, because being black, okay, not pulling a race card and like that, but there's a lot of stuff we haven't been exposed to. It's still not exposed to, but
exactly.
the more I know, I'm gonna be sharing it with them because, yeah, I mean, it's only right. I would be doing them a disservice if I didn't share the information with them. So, but yeah, girl, I mean, it's not a bad thing, you know, outgrowing people, but, you know, also still pouring into your old friendships and your new friendships is vital. You can't be the only one pouring into it and, you know,
ain't being reciprocated.
And ain't being reciprocated. And that's relationships and friends. Okay, so at the end of the day, you know, you're going to outgrow some people and you're going to leave some people behind. But it's also pivotal that you know, pour back into your friendships, you know, the ones that you think are worth, you know, salvaging and stuff like that. And also you're going to meet people along the way that might be like your day ones that you just met them years and years and years ago. You might only met them a year ago. But, you know, you just got to continue to pour into yourself, pour into your friendships, and knowing when to let someone go as far as like friendships or relationship wise, and knowing when to elevate and, you know, take yourself to the next level. It might be leaving people behind. It might not, you know, but you got to know, you have to have discernment on who needs to come with you and who don't. So, yeah. So going into the next segment, we're going to be talking about the favorite products of the week. My particular product that I want to talk about this week is this actual air spray. I think it's called a concentrated room spray from Whiteborn. It's pretty much Bath and Body Works, the same thing. But it's called the Book Loft. Y'all, this stuff smells absolutely amazing, okay? I just do like a little pump 1-2, and I mean, it sprays, it fills up the whole room. I used to keep it in my car. But I pretty much have it all over my house too, but I also keep one in my car. Well, yeah, both of my cars. Yeah, so good. And it's actually a masculine scent, and I'm real big. Those who know me know that I'm real big on masculine scents. So this is up my alley. It's called Book Loft at Bath and Body Works.
And mine is
this week
Heatherzzzworld lashes. This is that bitch.
That's what it's called, y'all. That bitch.
I thought we talking
Don't judge me.
Thought we was talking about me, that bitch. But yeah, these are that bitch. I'm very like, if I don't have my individuals on, lifesaver. I'm gonna go to a strip quick. But yeah, these are that bitch. I love how, you know, the volume of it. What I have on now is
high maintenance.
I like the flare. I like the curl.
The volume.
Yeah.
And y'all could actually wear it anywhere between 15 to 20 times with proper like storage. Yeah. Proper maintenance and storage. Put it back in that case.
Okay.
So yeah, y'all. That's what our favorite items of the week. Okay, so now we're going to get into the next segment of Heatherzzzworld News. Megan Thee Stallion dating Klay Thompson. How you feel about that?
I don't know how they cross paths. I just
It's like they look like
Night and day.
Yeah, it do. Feel like he's like really, really quiet, and she like really, really boom like out there. But opposites attract in this situation.
But I'm here for it though.
Yeah.
I'm here for the girl. Been through the ringer the past 2 years, so if she found somebody that's in sync with her.
Yeah, because
I'm for
party, I don't know. Like I think that's cold. Like the stuff that you experience like in between your relationship and stuff like that. The minute that we not together, it ain't for you to go and blast all our business
on a diss track.
Yeah, that's like some hoe ass shit. Yeah, that's some bitch ass shit. I'm sorry, it is. Like, no, I would never do that to somebody, and I would expect them not to do that to me. Like, just move on, be cordial, and I'm happy for you if you move on. And you should be happy for me if I move on, depending on how we split. But I wouldn't go into a vendetta on trying to bash you. I wouldn't do that shit. Like, I wouldn't. I'm sorry.
Because that's really how you felt throughout our relationship. Now you got the opportunity once we're not together to try to blast me. Yeah,
I just think that's wrong. That's all wrong. But it seemed like he really dote on her though. Klay Thompson. It seemed like he really do. And like you see, like he bought her like the what's those ugly things that just came out? I got one on my purse.
Them little boo boos.
Little boo boos. He bought her a whole box, like a surprise box, a blind box of like, I don't know how many come in a blind box, but yeah, he bought her that because it's just something that she was into. I was like, I thought it was like cute, I know damn well he wasn't into that, but by her being into it, I don't know, it's just like little bitty things. And about Tory Lanez having to pay for her court fees.
Now, what's that about?
I don't know. I really don't. I didn't really deep dive into it, but they saying that he's responsible for all her court fees now. So I guess her lawyer must have. They're not playing no games, baby. Rock Nation not playing no games with her at all. They making that fool pay lawyer fees. That's what she get for trying to shoot my girl in the foot. Well, not trying. He did shoot her in the foot. So I don't know. I think you reap what you sow. You can't do go your life doing people any kind of way. You don't think that shit gonna come back to you. I think he reaping that right now, that karma right now. So
that's a whole nother
best of luck to both of them. Megan, I love you, my girl. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep crushing it. Crushing the game. Tune them haters out and be the best you. Love it.
We should do that together.
Okay, so that concludes the 3rd episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. The next episode is going to come out next week, so definitely stay tuned. And follow me on all my platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube, of course. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And thank you, Alexis, for joining me on this particular podcast. And
of course.
thank you. Till next time.
Till next time.
Bye.